أعوذ بالله الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So after thanking the Almighty Allah, may peace and blessings be upon the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now today, inshallah, we shall be starting our course, and this course we shall be covering three areas. So we have the business ethics, the first part of our course. Then the second part will be about the healthcare ethics. Then the last part of this course will be about the legal environment that a business normally operates on. So in brief, this will what we shall be covering in the next 4 weeks, inshallah. Now, as we start this course, it's very important to note that number one, I have shared with you the course outline. So the course outline will be your guideline. It will really help you when it comes to reading and revising. Then number two, you also have some references books that will actually help you, So I need you to actually review those books on a regular basis. Then another thing is when it comes to attendance. Attendance is very important. Attendance of this course is around 20 marks. Then we shall have a quiz. The quiz will carry 20 marks. Then your final exam will be 60%. So in brief, those are the expectation that is required from this course. Now we shall be using the Zoom for our lessons. We shall be having 2 sessions every lesson because I don't have the university does not have the Zoom. They have not subscribed to the Zoom. So we shall just be using the normal Zoom of 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we have a 10 minutes break. After the break, another 30 minutes. So our lesson will just be basically like an hour, And I think that's all. So now we shall start our lesson. In our lesson today and tomorrow, we shall be talking about business ethics. So in our lesson today, we shall be introducing and talking about in detail what is the meaning of what? What is the meaning of ethics or business ethics? So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to, number one, distinguish between ethics, law, morality, and values, explain the meaning and importance of business ethics, identify key principles and ethical challenges in business, describe major ethical theories and framework, apply ethical frameworks to business decisions, define ethical dilemmas and ethical decision-making models. Then, akhiran, we shall talk about what? The role of code
Excuse
of
me,
ethics.
teacher. The signal is bad here.
The what? Sorry? Yes, please. What's your question? What's the question, please?
Do you hear me? Do you hear me, teacher?
No, what are you saying? I can't get your question.
Oh, the signal is bad here.
The finger?
The connection.
Your side, maybe your internet. Maybe it is from your side. The other student, is it okay for the other student or only you? I think maybe, can you check your internet? Just check your internet.
Okay, sir.
It's okay now? Okay, Bismillah. We can start now. So these are ahdaf. These are our lesson objectives. So as we start, remember, okay, let's start. So number one, before we start, there are these 2 things that we need to define and know the difference between these 2 things. So number one, hunaka ethics and hunaka law. What is the relationship and what is the difference between these 2 things? So even before we start talking about business ethics, before we start talking about healthcare ethics, you need to know what is ethic. And when you're talking about ethics, yahuz al-akhlaq, shay'un akhlaqi. And law, basically it's kanun. فما هو الفرق بينهما? What is the difference between these two? So number one, ethics refers to moral principles, مبادئ الأخلاقية, moral principles that govern an individual or group's behavior. فهي مجموعة المبادئ, مبادئ الأخلاقية. So these moral principles, they govern either you as an individual or a group of people. So ethics emphasizes what is right or wrong, fair or unfair, just or unjust. في المقابل, قانون, law, consists of formal rules and regulations established by a governing body to maintain order and regulate societal conduct. So what is the difference between ethics? Because in an exam, you can be asked, what is the difference between ethics and law? So ethics, they are moral principles, while the law, they are formal rules and regulations. That is the first difference. Number two, ethics, when you're talking about ethics, they are not written. But when you come to law, they are written and they are established by the government. There is a constitution. People have to follow it. Now, these are the key difference between ethics and law. Number one, ethics governed by moral principle. هي المبادئ الأخلاقية فليست مكتوبة. They are not written. Fitrian, you just have to be honest. You know, you just have to be just. You know, the law, they are governed by legal statutes. Number two, ethics, they are concerned with what should you do. Okay? And the law is concerned with must do, because it is a constitution. If you break the law, khalas, what is going to happen? You are going to be arrested. You are going to a court of law. Then ethics is non-enforceable, social enforcement. So ethics, for example, if you are not honest, nobody is going to arrest you. The police will not come to tell you, hey, Mohammed, why are you not honest? Why are you not giving charity? You know? But when it comes to law, it's enforceable by state. For example, if you steal, if you kill, if you don't drive, you are, for example, the vehicles using the traffic rules and regulations, you are going to be arrested. Then, number four, the ethics is broader in scope, while the law is specific and codified. Then ethics is what? Can you please come late? You are disturbing us in class. You come late, you disturb students in class. Why? Now, ethics is subjective interpretation and law is objective interpretation. What is the meaning of subjective interpretation and what is the meaning of objective? Subjective interpretation means المفهوم الأخلاق يختلف من مكان إلى آخر. For example, there are some things when you go to America, they are akhlaq, they are moral things, you know. But when you go to another country, China, it's not a moral thing. So that is the mafhum al morals. It is very subjective. But we shall see later in Islamic in Islamic ethics, the morals are not subjective, you know. Now, lastly, flexible and evolving. The ethics are evolving year after year. The ethics are evolving. But the law is very rigid, changes slowly. For example, you can find the constitution of a country, Mathalan, it normally changes after 10 years or 15 years, or even some countries, the constitution has been there for 40 years. So it takes time to change. It is very rigid. But when it comes to ethics, ethics is mariner. It changes every day because of technology is there. So when technology keeps on changing, it comes with some issues that are related to ethics, and as such, it keeps on changing. Now, what are the examples? Look at these examples. So there are some things that can be legal but unethical. Mathalan, paying minimum wage while company makes record profit. So you have, for example, the Habshil Bank. It is making a lot of profit, but it is not paying its workers high salary. So it is legal, but it is very unethical because we expect the Habshil Bank, if they're getting a lot of profit, also the employees, their salary has to increase. Number two, some things are illegal, but some argue they are ethical. For example, civil disobedience for a moral cause. So sometimes you find that in a country, workers, they can just decide to strike because they want their payment to go up. You know? So some people claim that, going for the strike is what? It is illegal, but it is something that is ethical. They are not paying us money, so we go to the street. There are some things that are both legal and ethical, providing safe working condition. Then there are some things they are both illegal and they are at the same time they are unethical. Mathalan, embezzling company funds. Embezzling in Arabic means what? Al-fasad. Al-fasad fi al-munazzamat wa sharikat. It is something that is illegal. It is something that is ethical, and it is something that is unethical. So that is bil-ikhtisar, that is the difference between ethics and law. Now, let us go to the next part of our lesson. So already we know what is ethic. Now, what is business ethic? So business ethics refers to the application of moral principles and standards to business behavior, guiding organizations and individuals to do what? To act responsibly and morally in their commercial activities. So, when you are talking about business ethics, هناك المبادئ الأخلاقية والمعايير الأخلاقية. So, this المبادئ والمعايير, it guides the business behavior. It guides organization. It guides individual. Mathalan, you have the Habshil as a company or as a bank. So the Habshil cannot operate if there are no moral principles. So there need to be some principles that are going to guide the managers, accountants, as they are doing their job. Now, ما هي التعاريف? There are very many definitions of business ethics, but here we only have 4 definitions. So أولها, they are telling us business ethic is the study of business situations, activities, and decision where issues of right and wrong are addressed. The Oxford Dictionary defines business ethic as the moral principles that guide the running of a business. Andrew Crane defines business ethic as the study of business situations, activities, and decisions where issues of right and wrong are addressed. ثم أخيرا, business ethic is a specialized study of moral right and wrong that concentrates on moral standards as they apply to business institutions, organizations, and behavior. So here we have 4 definitions. If you look closely at all these 4 definitions, they are all focusing with right and wrong. So we can basically say that business ethic concerns what should you do, what is right to do in an organization, and what is wrong. So it is all about, we can say it's all about al-halal wal-haram, or it is all about shay'un, I don't know, as-sawab wal-khata. So it revolves around those 2 things. So business ethics is all about moral principles that guides managers, that guides employees to do the right thing. For example, if you are a manager, you'll have to make some decisions. So before making those decisions, you have to ask yourself, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? It should be very clear. Now, what is the nature of business ethics? Ma hiya tabi'atul, the word, the business ethics. So number one, normative in nature. So what is the meaning of normative? Business ethic is normative, limada, because it is based on values, al-qiyam, and what? Norms, al-adat, and moral standards, ma'ayir akhlaqiyya. So these things, they prescribe what ought to be done rather than what is done. So business ethics, they normally focus with what should you do. It does not focus with what is done. Mathalan, a company believes it should pay fair wages to workers, even if the law allows lower wages. Okay, number two, it is concerned with human behavior in business. So business ethics deals with the behavior, decisions, and actions of people. In any organization, we have people. We have managers, we have employees, we have owners, we have suppliers, ila ghairi dhalik. So it is all about the behaviors, the decisions, and the actions of people. Mathalan, a manager choosing not to accept a bribe while awarding a contract. Mathalan, you are the manager of a company, you know, so you don't accept a rushwa. Rushwa is what is known as bribe when you're giving a contract. Because nowadays, some managers, if you want to get the contract, they will tell you, okay, I need some money, I need some rushwa. That is shayn ghayr akhlaqi if you're the manager. Then number three, like we said earlier, dynamic in nature. Dynamic means something that yataghayyar ala hasab al-zaman wal-makan. So business ethic is dynamic, meaning it changes with time, society, culture, and business environment. So business ethics, some things are allowed in some countries, some things are not allowed in some countries, ila ghairi dhalik. So it keeps on changing. So for example, earlier, data privacy was not a major concern, but today, protecting consumer data is an important ethical issue. In the 19th century, there was no issue with data privacy. But in the 21st century, organizations, they are required to protect the customer data. So this is an issue that was not there. But now, many companies, many organizations, they have to protect the data of the customers and consumers. Then number four, business ethic is based on moral values, like honesty and fairness. So business ethic is rooted in moral values, qiyam al-akhlaqi, such as mathalan honesty. Honesty means what? Honesty means al-amana or as-sidq. Fairness, it's all about al-adala. Then we are talking about integrity is al-nazaha, and responsibility al-mas'uliyah. So هذه المبادئ القيم that is related to business ethics. Now, example, a company honestly disclosing product ingredients and risk to customers. Maybe you are a company, you are selling a product. This product has some ingredients that might be harmful to the consumer. So as a company, you need to be honest. You say, hey, Mohammed, you are going to buy this product, but walakin, hunaka 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have to be very clear. If you are selling a laptop, a refurbished laptop to your customer, what should you do? You need to tell your customer, you are going to buy this laptop, you are going to buy this mobile phone. Walakin the screen has some problems. The charging system has a problem. هذه المبادئ الأخلاقية. Number 5, applicable to all business functions. So business ethics applies to every functional area of business. In marketing, you need some ethics when you're marketing your product. In finance, in production, and in human resource, all the areas of business needs business ethics. Now, Scope of business ethic. When you are talking about scope, you are basically talking about al-hudud, what business ethics covers. So, number one, ethics in production. So this means ethics fi al-intajiyah. We have what is known as quality and safety. So there are some issues related to al-quality, al-jawda, and al-amn or what. So ethics in production refers to maintaining quality standard and ensuring product safety for consumers. This is the meaning of quality and safety. That is, when you are, for example, producing a product, always ensure that the quality of the product is very good, is very high. And you have to ensure that the product is safe for consumers' usage. Mathalan, a pharmaceutical company testing medicines thoroughly before selling them. So this is related to what? It is related to healthcare ethics. So there is this pharmaceutical company. Before this medicine goes to the counter in the pharmacy, you need to test this medicine to see, is it saleh? Is it okay for people to use, or it is not okay? So that element is very important. So I don't know. Listen, there is somebody who's asking, this course, we have business ethics, then we also have healthcare ethics, and we also have entrepreneurial. We have the legal. Somebody is asking about this course. These are 3 courses together. We are doing 3 courses. These 3 courses, they are related to each other. So there are 3 classes. So we have the business ethics classes, we have the healthcare ethics classes, and we have the legal environment of business. So these are 3 classes. So did you review the course outline that I sent to you? If you look closely to the course outline, we are going to cover all those issues. So I think your question has been answered. So just be patient, please. Now, number 2 is ethics in marketing. That is truthful advertising. So ethics in marketing involves honest promotion, fair pricing, and avoiding misleading advertisement. So mathalan, when you're doing your promotion, you should not give false information. Oh, mathalan, this mobile phone, the speed is very good, the screen is very good, it is made in Japan, yet it is false information. It's very wrong. Or mathalan, for example, when you're promoting a medicine, don't give false information. It's haram. It's not allowed. Then ethics in finance, fair accounting. So ethics in finance means maintaining transparency, ash-shafafiyya, accuracy, ad-dika, and honesty, al-amana, in financing records and reporting. So you should not manipulate accounts to show high profits. Some companies, for example, if you want me to come and invest in your company, you are going to manipulate your financial statement to show, wow, you are getting a lot of profit because you want me to invest. Walakin al-haqiqa is that your business is getting loss, but you have cooked the figures to show that the business is doing well because you want people to come to invest. The same thing happens. Many companies, they normally pay taxes to the government, But if your business is making a loss, you cannot pay the taxes. So some businesses, they normally do well, but because they don't want to pay at the riba, they show the government that they're masakin. Like, hey, our business is not doing well. We are getting losses, because they don't want to pay the tax. So that is being unethical, Then ethics in human resource management. So ethics in HRM ensures fair treatment, equal opportunity, and respect for employees' rights. Mathalan, recruitment and promotion based on merit, not gender or caste. This normally happens a lot in hospitals, at the same time in business. So sometimes you have your business, you are the manager, you want to recruit, but when you are recruiting, you recruit people from your tribe, haram, al-kabaliya. You recruit your family members, haram, it's not allowed. You recruit people who are not incompetent because you want to pay them low salary, haram, it is not allowed. When you want to promote people in your company, there are some people, they are qualified. You don't promote them. You promote people who are not qualified. Haram, it's not allowed. It's very unethical. Now, is there another question? Who is this? Yes, exactly. It's MBA. Yeah, just talk to him, please. MBA, you are okay. Ethics towards consumers, employees, society, and environment. So, business ethics includes a company's responsibility towards all stakeholders, including customers. How are you dealing with your customers as a company? How are you dealing with your workers? How are you dealing with the society and the environment? So, for example, if you're a company, you should not pollute the environment, you know, because if you pollute the environment, people are going, mathalan, to get some diseases. So, your company, instead of helping people, it is now even being a cause of problem to the society. And we've seen governments closing many companies because they are polluting the environment. It is unethical. It is not allowed. Okay. Now, what are the objectives and importance of business ethics? ما هي الأهمية وما هي الأهداف of business ethics? Number one, the objectives. Of course, we need to promote fair business practices. All our practices are based on al-adala. Number two, to protect stakeholder interests. And when you are talking about stakeholders, as we shall see tomorrow, when you are talking about corporate governance, stakeholders, these are people who are directly or directly affected by the decision of your company. They need to be protected to build trust and goodwill. If you need people to trust you as a company, then you should be ethical. Because when you're talking about trust, we are talking about a thicker, then to ensure long-term sustainability, if you want to operate for many years, then you have to be ethical. Some companies, they have not been operating for many years because of a lot of scandals, corruption. So because of corruption, your business is going to fail. Then to improve corporate reputation. When you are talking about corporate reputation, we are talking about a sum'ah, sum'atun tayyiba. You need to protect the sum'ah. Many organizations, they have failed. Why? Because of sum'ah. The customers will say, please don't go to this bank. Don't go to that hotel. Their food is not good. So the sum'ah, what people say about your business, it can make you to be successful and unsuccessful. Now, the importance are, of course, enhances brand image. Brand image is related to corporate reputation. Every business has a brand. Even you have your name, Muhammad, Khadija. That is a brand. You need to protect your name. Then increases employee loyalty. Al-wala. If you want your employees to work with you for many years, you have to be ethical. If you are ethical, they're going to believe and they're going to trust on you. Build customer confidence. Why will customer come today, tomorrow, after tomorrow to buy a product from your shop? Why? Because you are ethical. Then reduces legal risk. People are not going to take you to court because of being unethical. Then it also contributes to social welfare. Now, Mahi al-Mabadi, what are the principles of business ethics? I'm going very fast because of time. Mahi al-Mabadi, number one, integrity. acting consistently with moral values. Integrity means doing the right thing at the right time, at the right place. Integrity means doing the right thing even when people are not seeing you. So integrity, to some extent, it is all about al-muraqaba. So when you are talking about al-muraqaba, like you are doing thing because you know Allah is seeing you. ما يكون من نجوى ثلاثة إلا هو رابعهم ولا خمسة إلا هو سادسهم. That is, you are doing something because you know Allah is watching you. Number two, honesty, al-amana. Truthful, as-sidq. Truthful communication with stakeholders. If there is any problem in your product, in your service, disclose it to your customers. Number three, fairness, al-adala, equal and just treatment to all. Treat all the people the same. No discrimination in hiring. You know, hiring should not be based on your tribe, should not be based on color, you know, it should not be based on you are coming from the same place. No. Then transparency. Transparency means ashafafia, open and clear disclosure of information, clear pricing without hidden charges. Mathalan, there is a product, somebody is coming to buy a product from somebody is coming to buy a product in your shop. Be open about the price, exactly. What is the price of this product? Nothing should be hidden. Then we have accountability, al-muhasaba, accepting responsibility for action. So, mathalan, a company recalling defective product and compensating customers. We have some very big companies in the world. They recall their products because they realized the product was having some defects. So they recall all the products and they compensated the customers who had bought that. It has happened in many companies. So you as a leader, you as a businessman, you should always take responsibility for your action. You have to say, I accept, I have done a mistake, and I am willing to correct this mistake. Now, what are the factors influencing business ethics? Number one, religious factors. Religion shape moral values like honesty and compassion. مثلا, us as Muslims, هناك المبادئ الأخلاقية. So Islamic banking avoid interest, riba, based on religious beliefs. So as Muslims, you should not engage yourself in riba, limadha, haram in Islam. Rushwa, haram in Islam. So in Islam, there are a lot. Al-ghish, mathalan, man ghashana falaysa minna. That is ethical principle in Islam. Number two, social factors. Social expectation and norms influence ethical behavior. So corporate involvement in social welfare act. So when you're talking about social factor, we are basically talking about al-mujtama. ماذا يتوقع المجتمع من المنظمة أو من الشركة؟ المجتمع يتوقع منك ماذا؟ That is what is known as corporate social responsibility. For example, the Habshil Bank is operating in Somalia, right? But what does the society expect from the Habshil? The society expects that the Habshil will also help giving scholarship to students, building hospitals, building schools, building mosques. So the social factors shape our ethical reasoning. Then number three, cultural factors. So different cultures have different ethical standards. Mathalan, gift giving may be acceptable in one culture but considered bribery in another. This happens in China. In China, you can go to, so if you go to China, it is very normal for them. If you want to do business with somebody, after the business in China, you give a gift, al-hadiya, to somebody. But if you go to America, UK, the Western culture, after business, if you give somebody something, then that is rushwa. So in one culture, it is rushwa. In one culture, if you go to China, it's Adi, it's just Al-Hadiya. So the culture shapes the ethics. Then economic factors. Competition and economic pressure affect ethical decision. So price wars may encourage an ethical cost cutting. Now, when the economy is doing good, we don't have a lot of problems. But when the economy is not good, some people, they want to do some things that are haram so that they get the money because the economy is not doing good. Legal factors, laws set minimum ethical standards. If you go to any country, we have al-Qanun. So Qanun, it says the had al-adna, what is required in terms of environmental protection, ila ghayri dhalik. Then we have organizational factors, company values. You know, al-qiyam, داخل المؤسسة والمنظمة, leadership, al-qiyada, and policies, السياسات. So strong ethical leadership encourages ethical behavior among employees. Like al-mar'u ma'a dini khalilihi. Or sometimes we can say what? You need to be al-qudwa, the leaders in the organization. If they are ethical, then the employees, they will be ethical. But if the leaders are unethical, then it will also be cascaded down there. So the leader in an organization, you need to be qudwatun hasana and not qudwatun sayya, because people always see what you are doing. You know, they don't actually see, they don't focus with what you say, they focus with what you do. So you should always ensure that you walk your talk. You should not preach water and you drink alcohol. It cannot be allowed. Now, we have another thing now, code of ethics and code of conduct. What is the difference between these two? So, code of ethics, it's a written document stating the moral values and ethical principle of an organization. Underline organization. Then code of conduct, rules that guide employee. Underline the word employee, behavior and action. So that is the difference. Code of ethics, it deals with the whole organization. What is expected from this organization? What is guiding the organization? But when you're talking of code of conduct, these are rules that guide employee behavior and actions. So in every organization, you'll always find we have code of ethics guiding the whole organization. Then we have code of conduct, it from the HR department. It guides what? It guides the employee behavior. So we'll continue the lesson after the break, after 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, I will send another link because I need to record the lesson. I cannot use the Google form or the Google meeting. The Google meeting, I cannot record the lesson. So I have to use the Zoom. And this Zoom, after every 30 minutes, it goes off. I have to wait for another 10 minutes. So we shall continue our lesson after, because this is going to finish now after 30 seconds. So I will send another link after 8 or 10 minutes.